it's just an angel circle, but the angels told me that today they are going to send out a healing energy as they give the transmission for all of us. For those of you that are new to my angel circles, let me just explain the way that works. I tune in, I have us connect with our higher selves, everyone that's here, and then I tune in to hear a message for everybody, for the collective, all of you that are gathered here, all of you that will watch the replay and hear the words. And after that collective energy, then we go into individuals. Whoever the angels pull from first, that's who gets the reading first. And I say reading, it's more guidance, a guiding meditation. And when they give the message to you, it will come through first as an image or a word. They bring that in and then they explain what that is. They let you know clearly what they're trying to say to you. But in the beginning, it will be an image. You may or may not know what that image is. It may be something you totally resonate with. It might be something that you'll go, huh? Are you sure that's my message? The other thing is somebody may be getting a message from the angels and you're sitting there going, that's my message. I know that's meant for me. I'm totally getting that that's for me. It probably is because that's how they work. They work through the spiritual connection, not your human connection. So if you're getting a message that sounds like it's for you, then take it. It's for you. It's meant for you. I just love how they work. They have a sense of humor. So I'm going to warn you up front about that. If they come through with something that's so off the wall or something that just I'm taken aback and saying, wow, really, angels? You might hear me giggle or you might start laughing yourself because they use humor to bring in lightness. They bring the humor to raise the vibration. So whatever they show, whatever they say, I have the responsibility to share that with you. So I don't hold back. Whatever the message is, I give it to you. You know, they normally don't give like bad news, like what we would think of as bad news. They might guide you in a direction that, you know, you might put up some resistance to what they're saying, but be open-minded and just listen to whatever it is that they're saying. Does anyone here, are you familiar with Dawn Marie Garfield? Anybody? Okay, she's asking for the link and I was going to just go into the reading, but let me just see if I can send it to her really fast.
Christina, you look really pretty. Did you get your hair done or something? You look different.
I have done nothing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I missed you.
I changed my shampoo. Maybe that did it.
It does look very
Well, I just wanted to tell you.
Thanks.
I changed my shampoo too. Did you know
Right on, Charlie. You must be using the same kind I am.
You're always beautiful, Charlie.
You
Right?
are. What can we say?
Yeah.
Gene shaking the head.
Just to let you guys
I was
know,
just
by
going to
Christmas-
say, do you
by
use
Christmas-
Sunny shampoo?
What? Oh, yes, he uses Sunny shampoo. Like by Christmas, he's going to be sporting a man bun.
Oh.
Okay, so for all of you that are in there asking for the link, there's a page on Facebook called Angel Circles by Teri Angel. If you go there, the link is at the very top of the page. And I'm putting it in there again. So it should be the first thing that you see. Just go there and click on that link and I'll bring you in when you come in here. Okay, thank you all for your patience in waiting for me to do that. So let's all go into our heart centers. Take a deep breath in. You want to place your hand on your heart. That brings your focus into your heart. Breathe in fully and slowly. And then you're going to exhale the same way. And while you're breathing that way, I'm going to call in our angels, asking for Archangel Raphael from the east to be present with us, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel. Just give a moment for those angels to show themselves to you, to each person that's here. You might feel a breeze, you might feel heat, you might feel just a shift in the energy. Just allow whatever you're feeling as they show up right now to be here with us. And take another deep breath in. And what I want you to do now is allow that energy to travel upward. Just see it first going up from your heart into your throat chakra. And then feel it rising up to the third eye, up to your crown. And now see it coming out your crown and rising up to the soul star chakra. This is where you're going to connect in with your higher self. Let's just sit in that energy for a moment. I feel another angel that just entered the room, and it feels very similar to Metatron. I'm just asking if it is Metatron's energy that's here, because it's a big energy and it's bringing in a lot of heat as it comes in. So yes, I'm getting Metatron and also Sandalphon. So we have the four angels of the directions. We have Metatron up above and Sandalphon down below us. So we're totally surrounded in angel energy right now. I'm just asking right now what we need to know for our best and highest good. Dear ones, we want to first recognize and honor and thank you for being present today. Thank you for showing up for you, for taking this moment to reach out to the angelic realm, to reach out and ask, what do I need to know? What's for my best interest right now? To understand What direction am I headed in? And is it the right direction? We hear these questions. You may be thinking them, but we are hearing because we don't need your words to be said. All we need is your intention and your energy coming from your heart. And we can pick up and respond to that, which is what we are doing right now. Those of you that are gathered here in this closed room, those of you that are interacting with each other and with the channeler, we want to say a message to you. We want you to right now feel the energy of the ones that are here close to you, your soul group, your soul pod. We're going to use that word because we want you to have the vision of a vegetable that you may all be familiar with, which is a pea, a green pea. And within that pod, there are individual peas, and each one has its own energy. You all are here at this moment in this pod with your own energy, but you come from the same place. You're all merged in together with this same being surrounding you, this huge oneness that's surrounding you. So we want you to get that image very clear that you're not outside of that covering. You are contained within the outside layer of the oneness. And we're saying this because we want you to really feel the energy of each other, not just a personality or the way somebody looks. We want you to really feel the heartbeat of each other. So we're going to take a moment and we want you with eyes closed to feel the heartbeat of those around you because we want you to fully understand the oneness today. We want you to fully understand that even though you may look different, you may sound different, you are exactly the same as the other ones that are gathered here. You are in that pod together. And as you are, there's a purpose to your being together. When you ask about your life path, what direction you should go, we want you to understand that it's not just you individually that's walking down that path. It's not just you that's taking the course of study or understanding something a little better. You're all getting the exact information at the same time because you're enclosed together in that pod. So let's take a moment. We're going to be right by your side. We're right there with you. If you feel our energy, just smile and let us work what we are doing to bring you more understanding. Let us help you to understand this concept of oneness even deeper than you ever have before. So see yourself as one of those peas in the pod and pay attention to the heartbeat of everyone else that's in there with you. We want you to do this exercise for you to fully grasp and understand what it means to be immersed in the oneness. So listen closely. Listen to the different heartbeats and see if it's in sync with your own heartbeat. Now take your collective breath in and release it. And see if you feel a little closer now, if you can more fully understand being immersed in each other's energy, not being separated at all, even though your physical bodies may be miles and miles apart. You're right there. Do you get this message now? Do you understand a little further now what we try to explain when we talk about the oneness, what it really means, that those bodies that you are in are only your temporary body. That path that you want to follow down, that brings you the experiences, it brings you the lesson, but that lesson is not just for you. You're not going that path alone. You are all going together, because how could you not take the others with you if you're all enclosed in that pod? We ask you to ponder that thought, to think about that as you go about your daily life, as you do things and make choices and make decisions. Remember that you are not alone. And the things that you do, the words that you say, you're all helping each other. And when you feel someone else's energy, you have a word for that you use. It's called empath. And this is the reason why you feel them so closely. You feel their energy so deeply, because you are that close together. There is no separation, dear ones. We will be coming now to give you the healing energy. And yes, we are calling it healing because we heal with love, as we love you so dearly. And we want you to experience the very best life that you can live in your human body. We do offer a healing through love. So as we come to each of you, we are going to be touching either a shoulder, the cheek, the top of the head. You might feel a hand on your back. Just receive as we bring in this energy of healing, and it will go wherever it's needed. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to ask. We already know who's in the room. We already know what your needs are and your wants and your desires. We know about that pain that's in your knee, that pain that's in your shoulder. We know about the emotional pain that you're holding in your heart. We know about the tears that you cry at night when you lay your head down. You don't have to tell us. We are always there. We are always guiding and guarding. So, dear ones, right now, just experience the angel's touch. Whatever angel is nearby, that's the one that's needed for you. You may experience who it is. You may not know which angel it is. It doesn't matter. Once again, we are all one. So let's take a moment for that energy to come to you and just receive. we leave you with this message for the collective energy. You are so loved. You do not even know the extent of how we hold you each day in our hearts, how we want to lift you up each and every moment, how our desire in the angelic realm is to have you feel us there with you, have you experience the love that we feel for you, and have you experience and feel that for each other. Dear ones, we passionately want more peace on your earth. We want you to see each other and love each other and see yourselves together in that pod, to keep that vision foremost in your mind. There is no separation. We love you and we bless you. And so it is. Wow. There was a lot of healing that took place there. One thing that I was feeling was that everyone that was here was feeling each other's energy. You were feeling the healing that was taking place. Welcome to all of you who came in during that collective message. And let's see if we can start going around the circle. If anyone wants to share anything at this point, if there was something that touched you, if you felt the angels, if you felt the healing that came through, we'll take just a moment and see if there's anyone that really wants to share what you experienced. It's okay if you don't. That's perfectly all right. So what we are going to do then at this point, I've written down your names so that I am going to try to make sure that I get to all of you. I have to be off of here by 6:45 your time. No, wait. I get so confused with the times. Yes, I have to be off of here by 6:45. So that's how much time we have. And I'll get to as many as I can that are, especially the ones that are here, right here in the room. And then any that are in the audience. Thank you for being there. And Tammy, you're asking if you have to be in Zoom. You don't have to be. Wherever the angels go to choose, that's where it will happen. And thank you for being here. So the way this works is the angels will call out a name, and that's who will receive a message from them. And as I said earlier, it could be a message for more than one person at a time. So listen closely to everyone's message and see if that maybe had something to say to you as well. The angels respond to the vibration of your name. So when we come to you, I'll ask you to say your first name out loud. So you'll need to unmute when it's your turn and say your first name. And if there's any question that's on your heart, anything that you would like an answer to, or maybe a part of your life, some different thing that's going on that you would like some guidance with, you can state that and let's see what answer they give you. Sometimes loved ones come through, and that's why I love when they do that. What's going on that you would like some guidance with, you can state that and let's see what answer they give you. Thank you. Sometimes loved ones come through, and that's why I love when they do that. What's going on. Okay, Mary, I can't mute you. Can you mute your phone, please? Okay. There you go. Um, what I love is when the angels bring a loved one to you and give you some confirmation or give you some comfort from their presence in spirit. Doesn't always happen. And sometimes even when I ask them and invite the loved ones to come in, it just depends if they're at the point of being able to do that. And that we don't get the message from them sometimes for a variety of reasons. If there's a lot of grief that's going on, if there's a lower vibration of sadness, then sometimes they will come in for comfort, and sometimes they just want to just be there and just to hold you. So just be aware if you're wanting to hear from a loved one, it may happen or it may not. There's no guarantees with spirit and with our loved ones in spirit. All right, so I'm just asking the angels now who to start with, who they would like to go to speak to. And Carol, I'm being very drawn to you. Yeah, your energy is just like reaching out and grabbing me. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And interestingly, Carol, you were the first one to come into the room. That's not always the way they do it, but yeah, so glad that you're here. So Carol, how can we help you tonight?
Just a general reading.
All right, darling. And if you would just say your first name out loud, please.
Carol.
So I'm just going to connect and ask the angels what Carol needs to know for her best and highest good. They showed me a seashell, Carol. But it's not just any seashell. This one is glistening, and it's like sitting there on the beach all by itself. And it's a conch shell, if you know what that is. It's really big. It's one of those that we used to hold up to our ear and say we could hear the ocean inside of that shell. That's what it looks like. It's one of those, and it's really big and it's beautiful. It's got some color design to it, some oranges and whites. So I'm just going to ask them why they're showing you this particular object to give you your reading. So let me just find out what they want to say to you about this and about your message. Carol, what we want to show you is you. It's you shining there in the sand, being weathered by the water that washes up, by the sun that shines down. It's you shining in your brilliance. We see you enjoying life, looking up at the clouds. We see you singing. We see you wanting to go out in that sun and enjoy the fresh outdoors. But sometimes we see you just reclusing and saying, not feeling it today, not wanting to go out there today. And we want you to know that at those moments where you're feeling like removing yourself from the pleasure of being out in nature, the pleasure of having the sun shine on your face, we're sitting right there by you. We're holding your hand. We're bringing you love to place in your heart. We understand the struggles. We understand that there are the moments that you're feeling that nobody can understand what you're feeling inside. But we want you to know that we do understand and we do feel. And we want you to always remember that you're not alone. We see you growing more and more in that understanding. But what we want to encourage is that in those moments that you give in to the sadness, those moments that you give in to not feeling it, for you to be okay with that enough to take one step forward. Just take that one step, just even open the door and let the light in. We don't want you to ever sit in darkness. Your light is too bright. Your light needs to be seen. It needs to shine, just like that shell on the beach that someone might walk by and say, look how beautiful. We want you to see your beauty just as we see your beauty. We encourage you to step outside your comfort zone. Sometimes you hold back. Sometimes you create and you don't understand just how magnificent it is when your soul comes through with a message. And that message can be in many forms. What you have to offer to the world is magnificent. And we want you to always know that you are appreciated, that you are seen for the beautiful soul that you are. This time that you're in, that you're living in, is a difficult time for everyone. But as you sit in your time alone, we want you to start envisioning that this is a moment that is beautiful. This is a moment when I can feel myself, my own self, and go inside and really grow from your time alone. We want you to also know that your loved ones are holding you this very moment. You have an energy surrounding you, and we know you are feeling it right now. And this is your loved ones. There's a few. We're counting 3 right now that are showing up for you. And you're being shown such love. There's a message from one in particular. And that message is to put that star up on the top of the Christmas tree. Put the star up there. And every time you look up at that star, know that you're being seen, shining in your brilliance, just as much as that star does. And we'll leave you with that message. I see that energy. Now that I've opened my eyes, I see that energy all around you.
I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. I think we all do. we're all the peas in your pod, and we're all feeling that energy that's holding you right now. It's so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, honey. So much love to you. And I think you know who that was that told you to put the star up. Yeah. Whew. Beautiful. All right. I can't cry with every one of these now. I'll be a mess. But thank you, Carol. Seriously, thank you for being here. All right. I'm feeling Kathy. Yeah, it's definitely Kathy. Kathy, if you would unmute, please. Where are you? There you are. So Kathy, is there any question that you have or anything that you would like some guidance on?
I always ask the same question. Maryland isn't supposed to be my home, physical home. I am drawn further south, and I want to know if it's even possible.
All right, Kathy, can you say your first name out loud, please?
Kathy or Catherine, if they like to use my full name.
So I'm just asking what Kathy needs to know for her best and highest good. Kathy, they're showing me a pencil, like a lead pencil with an eraser. Oh, so let's see why you've got a pencil. Can you say your first name once more?
Kathy.
Yes. The answer is yes. As you look at a pencil and look at the difference in writing in pencil and writing in ink, what's written with the pencil can be changed. It can be erased. It can be revised. So as you are asking specifically about moving from location to a different location, we want you to look at where you're at is only temporary. Where you're at is not your place that you are going to remain for the long term. And that place that you are going is not too far from where you are now, but it is more south. South Carolina is calling your name. South Carolina has an energy that would fit you better for this experience that you're having in your life. If that's something that you have been considering, then that definitely is a place that you would do well in. You have choices and you have options. And that's why we're showing you the pencil as opposed to the pen. Because if you write that out, if you write out South Carolina and you feel the energy of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, that doesn't fit me, then you can erase that. That's your choice. That's your free will. We're sharing that South Carolina would be a great fit for you, but it may not be something that you choose, because many times when we give a message from the angelic realm, we are met with resistance, but we're also met with knowing that that person has the option to choose. So we definitely want you to know it's your choice. And as we give you the guidance that that would be a good fit, then you can feel and see, would that work for me? Does that feel right? We want you to go into your heart and ask those questions. And then if it doesn't, just use that eraser and look again at where you might want to go that might fit a little better? Is there some place that you're being more drawn to? So as you look at all of these things and figure out, is that what I'm hearing? Am I hearing that? Am I hearing it clearly? And do I try it? And then if it doesn't work out, I can use the eraser and look at, is there another place that I would want to go? So as you have options, you also have asked for guidance. And so we're sharing that that is a place that you would do well in. Kathy, we also want you to start doing more of dreaming. And we don't mean dreaming in your sleep time. We want you to really visualize in your life what it is that you would like to do, where you would like to be, what you would like to have. If there's something that comes up in that dream time, then write it down. Write it in pencil. We encourage you to do that. And go back and revisit it and feel into the energy of it. This is how you'll know. This is how you'll get more inner guidance, by trying it, by just opening up to possibilities. You have many choices, and you're going to have more leniency. You're going to have more opportunity for things that you really have dreamed of in the past, but maybe you set those dreams on the back burner. And now it's time to look at, okay, can that still be possible for me in this lifetime? And we're saying anything is possible. Don't close down any door, because there's something there for you. There's something that you can bring to be in your life by writing it down, feeling the energy of it, and going in and checking in your heart and saying, does it feel right? Does it feel right? Does it feel like something that I can buy into? Can I really have that in my life? And we're saying, yes, yes, you truly can have that in your life. And it's up to you. You have the choice. You have the freedom to choose and decide if that is what you truly want and what would be for your best and highest good. And we know that you are understanding these words, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for asking that question, because we've been wanting to give you that message. And we know that you've been hearing the different options. So we wanted to offer you that guidance since you did ask us. And thank you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I hope that helped you, Kathy.
It did. It did a lot.
Good. Good luck to you with that, and go get yourself a pencil.
Yeah, I do most of my writing in pen, so I guess I gotta get a pencil now.
Okay. We disconnect from that and see who they want to go to next. I'm hearing Dawn. Is Dawn on here still? There you are. There's a bunch of you on here. Hi, Dawn. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, you're muted. Yeah, Charlie's unmuting you.
There I am. I'm sorry.
You are. Hi. No. You can't say those words.
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Ask Jean. You can't say those words to me.
It's been a while since I've done a Zoom, so.
That's okay.
I'm
honey.
a little slow.
All right. So Dawn, how can we help you tonight?
Well, I'm open to whatever the angels have to say.
All right. Well, they chose you for a reason, so let's see what they've got to give you. And
Okay.
if you will, just say your first name for me.
Dawn.
Hmm. Dawn, they're showing me a marble.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it when they show me these objects and I'm like trying to figure out where they're going with this, but I don't have to figure it out. So a marble, and it's an interesting looking marble. It's it's a true marble. It's not solid. It's got like streams of orange
Mhm.
and yellow, and there's a little green in there. This marble, it's like swirling around in a circle. So I'm just asking what your marble represents and what message they want to give you from it.
Okay.
And Dawn, can you say your first name one more time?
I go by Dawn Marie.
Dawn Marie. Okay. So angels, what does Dawn Marie need to know for her best and highest good? Tom, the reason that you were shown a marble is because it's considered a child's toy. It's considered something that's totally meant for play. And we want to encourage you to go into a lighter energy. It's not necessarily that you have to go get some marbles and play with them. You don't even have to go to the park and swing on the swing, but we want you to feel that inside, feel that energy of play. Your inner child right now is really trying to get your attention. Your inner child is wanting you to spend some time imagining. Just as we gave a message before this for someone to dream, we want you to use your imagination more to really get into the energy of what if. So many times we watch you struggle. We watch you go about doing chores, doing that which has to be done. We want you to get into the imagination of what if I could visit an island? What if I could go to another planet? What if? And just go into anything is possible. Just visit that place where anything can happen, anything that you want, anything in your heart that you desire could come true. The more you start visualizing, and we want you to visualize not just seeing and having things, but feeling the energy of what it feels like to be light. You felt heavy lately. There's a heaviness that we want to lift you up out of, but it takes a cooperation on your part. And the way that you can lift from that heaviness is to go into what if. Imagine, what if your energy felt so good that you felt like you were floating? What if you had a really good day where you felt like you could run and skip and jump? What if that were possible? And we're sharing with you, Dawn, that is possible. It is possible. And we want to help you create that energy in your life. We want to help you get into that energy of just opening up to possibility, opening up to the spaciousness of whatever is there that you can have. Many times you think of the things that you have to do in your life. You think of responsibilities. You think of your limits. Your limits are always out there surrounding you. We want you to tear down those fences. We want you to see yourself as able to do anything you want to do, and to do it with ease and grace, to not get into the feeling of having to work so hard for it to come to you. You don't have to work hard to receive it. And this is our message to you. Talk to your inner child. Talk to that part of you that knows what it feels like to just be, who knows what it feels like to laugh and play and not worry about what anybody else says about you laughing and playing. The only person we want you to focus on right now is you. We want you to focus on your health improving, your emotions improving, and being able to just live in this body, in this human experience, with as much fun, as much love as you possibly can receive. And that's what we're offering to you. We're offering you that love. Love is what heals. So as you ask for healing, receive it. Receive the love that comes to you. Receive the love from those that you are surrounded by. Can you not look around and see the beautiful faces that are sending love your way? This is your pod. This is where you belong. This is where you fit. And as you are in there with all the others that are inside that energy, just know that you're not alone. And know that every moment you are receiving love, totally surrounded by it, by those that are gathered together in your pod. And just receive and believe and allow it to happen. And it is going to get better every day that you'll remember that and hold that in your heart. And we encourage you, do something fun today for you. Because as you're doing something fun, those around you are benefiting from it. So we're asking and encouraging you to look at doing that and to making that commitment, not to us, make that commitment to yourself. Just say your yes, that you will play. You will go into the energy of lightness and fun. And by doing that, you're going to find each day your energy lifts more and more. And before you know it, you're going to be skipping and running and jumping along with every one of the other peas that are in your pod. And we're going to leave you with that message.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, Dawn. Blessings to you. We want to play with you. So let us
I'm
play.
just learning how to play. Yeah.
This is the right group to do it with. There's
Yeah.
fun people here.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for being here today, Dawn.
Thank you,
So much
Teri.
love to you. Whew. Christina. Hi, beautiful.
So I just have general. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So Christina.
All right. What does Christina need to know for her best and highest good?
This is a reminder. My vitamins. This is a reminder.
Alexa, stop.
This is so interesting because just before Alexa started giving the reminder, The angels showed me a clock for you, Christina. I'm like, I thought it was them saying this is a reminder, and then I realized it was somebody's volume coming through on the Zoom. I'm like, what? Okay. All right, my dear. You have a clock. Let's see what the angels are going to give you with this clock. So what does Christina need to know for her best and highest good, and how does a clock fit into the picture? Christina, we know that you have been hearing the message that it's time, it's your time, and you understand there is no time really, but in the human experience, you have to have that minute hand moving, the second hand moving, the hour hand moving. There's all the moving parts to get you from point A to point B. The messages that you've been hearing about this time in your life are very accurate. It's the message that you have a mission, you have a purpose for you, and there's no coincidence or accident that you are here at this time. You came to be here in this world for such a time as this, for such a time to bring forth that beautiful love that's in your heart, the healing that you offer to others through your love, the responsibilities that you have had over the years in this human existence have brought a lot of understanding. They've brought also a lot of not so good experiences mixed in with the good. So you've had that balance in your life. And this is one thing that you bring forth for others, is to help them understand about balance. And as you help others understand balance, you're understanding it more. So as you feel yourself being propelled forward on your mission, you're going into it with that sense of balance. And that clock is keeping you on task. That clock is something not for you to pay attention so much to the linear time as the minutes and the seconds tick away, but to understand the whole scope of eternity, the whole scope of what is, and how you're playing a part in this little minute bit of time that you have here in this existence. But know that with that little bit of time that you're living in that energy, you are making a difference in the overall, in the whole of everything that is in the universe. You're making a difference. And this is what we want you to fully grasp, because sometimes there's a question: am I making a difference? Am I making an impact? Does it matter to anybody what I do? And we want you to know, yes, it does matter. That yes, what you do in the world is changing lives. You are changing lives by the love that you give, by the words that you speak, by the actions that you take. What we want you to understand is that sometimes as you give and give and give, and you don't see any evidence of change, that there is change. Sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes there's a veil there that you're not seeing through. You don't see what's on the other side of that. You don't see that person that might have been so depressed and so down but just your kind word, turn that around for them. You're making an impact, but you don't even know the extent of the impact that you're making. And we're here to give you this message today that you matter and you are making a difference. And everything that you are doing is something that is creating such a growth in your soul on that soul level. You are stepping up big time. You're not one of those that's just sitting in the background waiting for somebody else to do something. You are doing something. And the something that you are doing is creating a ripple effect out in the world. So as that ripples out, you're going to start to see the evidence of what is taking place. You are starting to see more and more of the people that are responding to your energy. You are a teacher, and we want you to understand that you are here to teach. Sometimes that teaching is done just with actions. You are modeling for others what it looks like to show love, what it looks like to care and show compassion. But it's time, as we'll get back to that, it is time for you to step up into a teacher role. And this is something that is going to benefit the many, not just a few. And we are right there guiding that. You have many spirit guides, but you have one in particular that is guiding your writing right now and helping you to understand what it is that you're bringing forth into the world, what you're birthing that's inside of your soul. And it's not something that's new to you. It's something you're starting to remember and put together. And that is what you're going to bring forth into the world. And the world is ready to hear it. It's ready to receive your message. And we honor you for stepping up. We honor you for continuing to give unconditionally of your love. Thank you. We're here to thank you today for all that you bring forth in your life. And thank you.
Thank you, angels, and thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's time to teach, honey. Beautiful. Okay, who are we going to next, angels? Wow, there's a huge angel sitting with you, Gabby. Where are you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes. Wow. Do you all feel that angel? Who is that? I got chills. Whoever it is, I have chills from that angel that's visiting with you. Okay, Gabby, how can we help you?
Oh, I have so many questions and I think they know that. So like just let them tell me what they need to tell me. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question for you, and this is before I channel your message. Do you know who that angel is?
My arms are tingling like crazy. I always forget to ask names, and I don't know. I feel like I've had Isis around for a long time, but she's not an angel. So I have been trying to do some work with Metatron. So yeah, I don't know. They know. I don't know. They have to smack me in the back of the head a lot, like Erica does to Charlie.
They'll do it gently, I promise.
Oh no, bring it on.
Okay, so Gabby, would you say your first name out loud, please?
Gabby.
What does Gabby need to know for her best and highest good? Oh, Gabby. Yeah, they showed me Metatron's cube. Yeah. Yeah, Metatron's definitely there working with you. Oh, he corrected me. He's there working with all of us, but he's present right now with you. And it's so funny when they give me these symbols or the images, and I can't even look at you. I just see white all behind you. There's just like this whole energy that's so bright.
Yes.
And he showed me like you in your little square. And he's like, I'm outside that square. He's like, you can't put me in a box. So Metatron is here for all of us, but he's there. He's there for a reason for you, Gabby. So let me just ask, what does Gabby need to know, Metatron, for her best and highest good? Indeed, Gabby, we want you to understand that energy is energy. And not to sound trite about it, we want you to work more with all energy being equal. As you look at the angels that surround you, as you look at the elementals, you see some as smaller in size, you see some as really big, as I am able to show myself to you in a large way. But we want you to fully understand how equal energy is. This is a big lesson, and it's a big message that we're going to keep bringing to you over and over again so that you fully grasp that you are not small. And so it's time to not play small right now. It's time to step up into how big your energy is in relation to all the other energy that comes forth to show itself to you. When you look at a dragon and that dragon is huge, know that you are just as big as that dragon. When you look at an angel and that angel is filling the room with energy, know that you also fill the room just as brightly. You shine brilliantly, just like the angels that show up for you. So Gabby, the message for you is you are just as immense as every other energetic being in the universe. So it's time for you to bring forth the bigness. It's time for you to bring forth the messages that are there for you in a huge way, and to not diminish anything that comes to you, any message that comes in, any energy that comes in is there to be brought out in a big way for others to see it, to light up the room that you're in, because as it lights up the room, just as I said, I cannot be contained in that little box, in that little square. Neither can you, Gabby. You can't be contained in a little square. You're not going to be limited because you are spacious. And as you feel more into the hugeness of your spirit being, you'll understand more about bringing that message through in the big way, letting your voice roar, letting that energy come forth in a way that shines out, that everyone can see it. not just the one, not just the few, but it's there for the whole world to see. And it's time, just as we said earlier, it's time to step up. That is for everyone. But Gabby, you are ready. You are ready to step up. You are ready to be that magnificence that you are. You are ready to take on responsibility. There are moments when you shrink back. There are moments when you just want to hide from the energy. It's too much, angels. I can't take it, angels. It hurts. I have physical pain. I have emotional pain. We understand that. You are in a human body. We get it. But we want you to know that there is nothing that you can't handle. There's nothing that you can't go through, because we're right there guiding and protecting and helping you every step of the way. So when you hear a message and you think, I can't do that, I can't put that out there. What will people think, or what will happen if I deliver that message to someone? We want you to stop in those moments. Just take a pause and look around and realize that message came from Spirit. Why would you not deliver that message? So it's time for you to honor who you are, why you're here. You are here for such a time as this, as all of you are. This message is not just for Gabby. This is for everyone that's hearing these words. You chose to be here. You came here. And yet there are moments when you gripe and complain. Why am I going through this? Why is this so hard? We want all of you to understand you came here on purpose to shine your light. You came here on purpose to be that light bearer, to be the one holding up the lantern when others are in such darkness. So Gabby, your light is so bright. When you're looked at with love. There is no judgment as you speak. So we want you to speak more. We want to hear you shining that light so brightly that even those that are in the depth of their darkness, that think there's no hope, that there's nothing that can be done, that the world is doomed, we want them to hear that message. We want them to see that light coming from you. And we know that you are up to that challenge because we know that this is what you chose. And deep inside, you know this is what you chose. So we're asking you to honor yourself in stepping up. You're being guided by miraculous beings of light right now. You've recognized a few that have shown up for you, but there are others that are coming from different dimensions. And we want you to really spend some time getting to know who that is that's working with you. Who is it that's guiding and that's taking your hand and helping? Who's bringing you the messages? Sometimes you don't understand what those messages are. You don't understand what they mean. And that's okay, because your human brain doesn't have to understand it all. You don't have to have all the puzzle pieces put together for you to bring out that big message. So it's time to really start listening and honoring what you're hearing and sharing what you're hearing. It's not just for you, it's for the whole. And those that are in that pod with you, they're watching and they're waiting for those words to come forth because they feel the energy already. They know who's there with you. They know who's helping you. One of your guides is Archangel Jophiel. And Jophiel wants you to really see the beauty in every word that's spoken from you. So honor her by getting to know her more, getting closer to her. And we will work with you on that. we will help you to understand more fully what you are receiving and what you're hearing and how to translate it into words that you can speak. So we're asking you to step up. We're asking you to be that lighthouse that you came here to be. And we know that you're up for the challenge. And we thank you and we honor you.
There was so many answers in that for me. One of the messages I got when we were meditating before was that I pull a lot from Gaia. I'm very close to Gaia and I pull a lot from her. And one of the messages was for me, they just kept saying there are no limits, like you need to go bigger, pull from the universe, pull from even further than that you need to pull. Just don't, there was going to have to sit and take all that in for a little bit, but that was beautiful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for being here. And yeah, I recorded this for a reason so that you all can listen to your messages again and really fully get into what that's meaning for you.
No fear, just love. No
Just
fear,
love.
anybody. No fear.
Just love. We're all in this together and
Yeah.
there's nothing to fear.
No, there's not. There's really not.
Beautiful, honey. Thank you for being here today. You're so loved.
I love you. Love you guys. Love you.
Deirdre.
Hi.
Look at that smile. I love that smile. You're such a kid. You really are. And I love that about you.
Cool.
So Deirdre, how can we help you, honey?
I love the idea that I'm a P. Am I ever going to have a human in my life, or am I destined to just keep being alone?
Okay. Ooh, great question. So let's ask the angels that and see if they have an answer. Just say your first name out loud, please.
Deirdre.
So angels, what does Deirdre need to know for her best and highest good? Yeah. Okay, I don't understand this image, but I have to tell you what I see. They showed me a paper clip. I don't know, I'm just the messenger. Oh, paper clip, okay. Angels, what does this mean and what message do you have for Deirdre? Deirdre, the short answer is yes. We want to say to you that you have putting a lot of energy, you've been putting a lot of energy into companionship. You've been putting a lot of energy into having fun and play and wanting more joy in your life. And we want to say to you that that which you are seeking is seeking you. That which you are looking for is right there and ready for you to receive. The paper clip, you can put a paper clip on a single piece of paper. That works. But when you put two pieces of paper together, the paperclip holds them intact so that they're not separated. And what we are showing are two pieces of paper being held together, merging together in a beautiful energy of love, an energy of joy, an energy of like-mindedness. The one that is seeking you is of the same like-mindedness, the same energy and curiosity about spirituality, the same joy in seeing people do good for others, the same compassion and wanting more peace in the world. So yes, there is a companion coming. We are assuring you of this.
Yay.
And we are rejoicing with you in that feeling of joy in your heart for being with someone else. And know that you're never alone, but there's a time coming for you that you will not be physically alone either. And we want to just leave you with that assurance. And thank you for asking that question so we can bring you that news. And we will all rejoice with you. The angels and those other peas in your pod are all very happy also that this is something that will be coming to fruition for you. Stay strong, my dear. I feel it's not too far off. I'm just feeling an energy there already with you. It's going to be there physically.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Much love to you. All right, angels. Let's go to Jean. Our Jean Lorio. I love you. I just had to say that before your message.
There we go. I love you too. I love all.
How can we help you, sweetie?
Well, I would like to know if the message I heard earlier today was a message and not just something I made up in my head. I think it was a message, but I'm not sure for sure. That, and then just the general, thing like everybody else. So my name's Jean. Thank you, angels.
Okay, Jean, they're showing me a snail.
Snail?
Not my favorite thing, but yeah, that's what they're showing me.
Okay.
So, why are they showing you a snail? Oh, Jean, say your name again, please.
Jean.
Jean, the reason we showed you this particular thing is because it's not looked at with high regard in the world. The snail, it moves at a slow pace. It also leaves a residue as it moves, but it doesn't even know that. It's not even aware that it's leaving a mark behind. And sometimes that's you. Sometimes you speak or you do an action and you don't realize all of those that you are affecting by your energy. You don't realize what a big impact you are making in the world because you have such a humbleness about you that it's a pure love that comes from you, that comes from your heart. There's no agenda of, hey, look at me, watch me. There's none of that with you. Just as that snail, when it's moving along at its own pace, it doesn't care that somebody might want it to go a little faster, or it doesn't even know sometimes that where it's been can be seen, that it can be acknowledged. And that's what we're wanting to share with you, that you are seen, you are heard, and the things that you have been receiving, those messages that you have been receiving, are from your higher self. Those messages you've been getting are true messages coming through to help guide you, to help show you and clarify things for you. You also have been getting a lot of downloads of information and things that you're seeing that you're wondering, is that true? Or is that going to happen? You've been getting some precognitive messages through your dreams. You've been receiving help from many different spirit guides that are working with you. So open up to the fact that, yes, you are worthy to hear these messages. Yes, they are really paying attention to you, and they are seeing the impact that you're making on others. So let your spirit guides guide. Let them do what they're there to do. Your guardian angels have been really working hard to get your attention. So as they bring forth that energy of trying to tug on your energy field to move you in a direction, just ask, where am I going? What am I doing? And they will give you your answer. They will help you understand where they're leading you and how they're guiding you in each moment. So your answer to your question is yes, and there will be many more messages. So open up to them, let them bring those messages through loud and clear, because that's what they're doing. You're starting to open up more with your intuition and your hearing ability to really hear them speak to you. Just allow and just keep being that beautiful, bright light that you are. You are shining out brilliantly. You don't even know the impact that you're making in the world. And that's okay, because you're coming from a place of just pure love and pure desire for everyone to be happy and for everyone to be free of any kind of suffering in their life. And we thank you for being so, for being that light, and for being that kind of energy in the world. The world needs more genes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessing.
That answered my question.
Thank you for being in our pod.
Thank you for having me in your pod.
Oh, you're so loved.
You know what the message was they told me earlier?
I'd love to know.
They told me I have a reverse ego. And instead of, because I was talking to get my ego out of the way, and they said, what ego? You have a reverse ego.
That's right. That's right. Remember the message? What was your message, girlfriend?
Yeah.
That you have no agenda. You do everything out of pure love. That's a reverse ego.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. Christina says, I wouldn't want to be in anyone else's pod, Jean. I think we all feel that
you all
way.
so much.
About each other, yeah, but especially about you. You're such love. Thank you.
Oh, love you all so much. Thank you so much, angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love you, honey. Thank you for being here today. You're so beautiful. Okay, let's see if we can get through the rest of these. I'm going to go to Erica.
Hello.
Hi, how can we help you?
I don't know. I'm so confused. Deirdre, stop laughing at me. I'm so confused, lately. I feel like I'm going 5 million different ways. The past couple of days, yeah.
Okay. So is there a specific question in there, or you just want them to say something to you?
Something about work.
It's up to you. He's
He's telling me what to
This is
say.
your
And when I say
No.
what he says it's your turn.
We're gonna mute Charlie right now. And it's Erica's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of confusion with work and stuff. And just a lot of confusion on which way to go. It's been like I've been in a tornado.
All right, Erica, they're showing me a button. So I don't know what this button represents until they tell me, but if you would, please say your first name out loud.
Erica.
Indeed, Erica, we're showing this image of a button because when you think of what a button does, it holds something together. We're looking at your energy, and indeed it is scattered. There are many irons in the fire. There are many things that you are dealing with all at one time. So there's a bit of scatteredness going on, and we're asking for you to consider that it's time to make priorities. It's time to put that button where it can be of the most use, to hold things together in a way that makes sense instead of in a way of letting everything just fly wherever it goes. It's time to set some priorities and to focus on what is the most priority. What is it that is at the top of the list? And as you set that priority and you start to bring all of the pieces of it together, then you will start seeing more clearly that which is the next step for you to do. Right now, with everything being so scattered all over the place, you don't even know which piece to pick up first. You're looking at it all and saying, this is overwhelming. I can't do this because there's just too much here. So we want you to just feel into, okay, I will take one thing and I will look at it and examine it, turn it inside out until I know exactly what I'm supposed to do with that piece of the puzzle. And then I'll go to the next one. Right now, you're trying to pull it all in together and nothing's working because it's all scattered and you can't put it all into a logical thing to deal with until you know what you're picking up first. What is that thing that's calling out the most to you? What is it that's saying, this is what you need to be working on? And we're feeling an energy of just letting things go because you don't know where to start. And we're encouraging you not to let anything go. All of those things that are swirling around you, like that tornado you mentioned, those are all things that need your attention. They're all things to be dealt with. But if you slow the tornado down and you look in there, what's the first thing that pops out at you? What is that priority? And it doesn't mean that you're not going to pay any attention to everything else in there. Everything needs your attention, but what needs it the most right now? And that's the one for you to take care of. Take care of that one first, and then watch everything else start to fall into place. Once that first item is dealt with, everything else just kind of falls in line and says, okay, me next. And you'll know which one to go to next. But what's needed right now is organization. So as you make that list of what am I working on first, and we're going to share with you that we see an energy coming forward. We see a door opening for you. And as you look at what that first item is, look at that door. Know that it's being answered, it's being taken care of. So we want you to fully immerse in knowing and having faith and trust that that which is needed in your life is coming to you. It's there for you. And when you go into the trusting of it, then you're not coming from lack. And we want you to get out of a lack mentality and just let it show up for you. Let the miracle come because it's right there. It's coming to you and it's there for you. Everything that has taken place in the last 8 months, that's all working for you. Nothing has happened to you. We want you to go into that mentality and turn this around by knowing that you're on the right track, you're on the right path, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And everything that has happened, it's happening for you, for your spiritual growth, for your emotional growth. Everything you're going through right now is exactly as it is supposed to be. When you stop resisting that, that's when you're going to see miracles. That's when you're going to see that door that's opening right in front of you. And it is opening. So have faith and trust and start getting organized so that you know what you're working on first. And then everything else is going to follow. And we're going to leave you with that.
Thank you.
That makes sense?
Kind of, yeah.
That was definitive.
It made a lot of sense to Charlie, and that's what's important.
I'm going to mute him again.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take 1 minute and send someone a message so that she knows I will be there soon, so I can do the rest of these messages. I'm doing the meditation with Carol Ann Cross tonight, just so you all will know what's going on. And she's supposed to start in 15 minutes.
Oh, God. Your Highness. Get out of my way.
Okay, thank you all for waiting for that. Okay. Let me go to Mary. Mary, are you still there? And if you are, can you
Hi,
unmute?
yes, I'm here. I'm
There you
here.
are.
Hi, how are you, Terry?
Hi, Mary. Thank you for being here. How can
Oh,
we
you're
help
welcome.
you?
Thank you. I guess like a general and maybe like if my work or health or relationship comes up, that would be great.
Okay. All right. So say your name out loud, please.
Mary.
Mary, they showed me this mirror. It's like oval shaped and it's really decorated. It's like gold and it's got this really embellished design all around it. So what is it about this mirror that Mary needs to know? So Mary, we want you to look more in that mirror, this magic mirror that holds all the answers, because all those answers are inside of you. All those answers that you're seeking, you already know the answers to. You already know that you are where you're supposed to be. You feel that. You know in your heart that what you are doing in your life is what you chose, it's your path. And that's why it's working so well for you, because you feel in alignment with it. The more you stay in that alignment with the energy and don't step outside of the doubt, don't start doubting, so you step outside of the alignment, then you know for sure that path that you're walking down, just like you know the walking path that you take, you know where it's going to lead you to, you know when to turn around to come back. You know that this path you're on is one that you chose and one that's working well. And everything that's taking place is falling into place because you stay in the alignment. The alignment with work is wonderful. The work just keeps getting better and better, and it will keep on growing and keep on being more magnificent when you stay in alignment and don't go into the doubt, don't go into the lack, don't go into any energy of anything other than this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I chose to do. This is what I am creating for myself. Your relationship energy, when you look at someone outside of yourself, we want you to look in that mirror again and see you, see your beauty, see what you have to offer, and then see that person that's coming into your life as wanting what you have to offer, just as you want what they bring to the relationship, what they bring to you. See yourself as someone that is desired, someone that anyone would want to be with. And as that person comes into your life, honor that. Honor yourself, not necessarily them. You're going to honor them, but honor yourself more. This is what I created. This is what I called to me. This is the relationship that I was asking for. And here it is. It's showing up. So allow that to happen. And when you go into the alignment of it, instead of trying to come up with why wouldn't it work, then you'll feel that flow of energy. It will be a natural flow. So just allow, this is our message to you, is allowing the alignment with everything in your life. Everything that's happening is happening for you, just as we gave a message to someone else. Everything is happening for your best and highest good for you. And if you feel anything other than in alignment, then look at that. Why is it feeling out of alignment? Go back to the mirror. Go back and look in the mirror and see what am I saying? What am I feeling? What am I showing that's not in alignment with my true purpose. And you will have all those answers because they're right there inside of you. And everything is working perfectly. That's what we're going to leave you with your message.
Thank you.
You are so
Thanks, Teri.
welcome. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Stay safe.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. I'm going to mute mine.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to Charlie before we go to Tanya.
Okay, Tara. I'm here.
Okay.
My name is Charles, but you can call me Charlie. But just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, we'll try not to.
Sorry, Charlie.
I think I need to turn the light on. Hang on a minute.
I'm not bright enough for you?
Well, I'm fading. I was fading away.
Okay.
All right. So, Charlie, did you have a question?
No, we'll just go with the general, see what the angels have to yell at me about.
Okay. Whew. So, what does Charles need to know for his best and highest good? Charlie, they're giving you a rose. No? They're giving you two roses. Sorry, I didn't see the other one. You got a red rose and a white rose. And they look beautiful together. So what does this mean, angels? What's Charlie's message with the roses? And so indeed, Charlie, and we will refer to you as Charlie because you are such a bright energy and a light energy that we want to see you as that child at play. We want to show you that others see you that way also, as the one that makes others smile. As you're there in that pod, you uplift others just with your beautiful heart, with your beautiful energy. And we want to thank you and show gratitude that you are the one that can uplift others. We're showing you these roses and the particular color of these roses. We want you to first look at the white rose. The white rose, you are so surrounded by spirit. White is the pure energy of the angelic realm and also of source energy. And as you are exploring more about your spirituality, you're learning more about what your soul needs, and you're feeding your soul with so much energy right now, with so much information, and trying to figure it all out. This is what you've been doing as you explore. You're trying to put those puzzle pieces together for it to make sense. Sometimes you try to put two puzzle pieces together and you get frustrated that they don't fit in there. They don't fit right. And you're saying it should fit right. I know that's the right way to do it. I know that's the right direction to go in. So sometimes you try to force those two puzzle pieces together. But we want you to understand that when you look at two things that are supposed to fit together in your way of thinking, that maybe that's not the two that go together. Maybe it needs to separate and find that piece that it fits into. So as you look at the things that you're trying to understand, the spiritual meaning behind the things that you're reading and listening and discussing, maybe there's alternatives to things that you thought it was supposed to be one way, and all of a sudden it doesn't fit together. So we want you to be more open-minded is our message to you. And we know that you're not closed-minded because you're exploring and you're trying to understand, but be more open to possibilities, be more open to the spaciousness of all that is, and that there are unlimited outcomes in life. The other rose that we're showing you is the red rose. The red rose, we want you to feel into the energy of red, the energy of stability, the energy of solidness. And we want you to really grasp what it means to be grounded, what it means to pull your energy to a place where when you do expand out spiritually and emotionally, you still have your foot on the ground. You still have the knowledge that you're where you're supposed to be, and you are. You are where you're supposed to be. You're in that field of everything is working out, but sometimes there's questions because of expectations. So we want you to look at, what am I expecting from this situation? What am I expecting from this person? So look at all of those expectations and demands that you put out there and look at, how can I be more open-minded? You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are a bright light. You're helping others. Your charity that you give from your heart, that compassion, is so beautiful and so magnificent. And things are falling into place for you. You are finding yourself in situations that you couldn't have planned. You couldn't have placed yourself there. Everything is coming into play beautifully, just as it is supposed to be, just as it is intended to be. So allow it to happen, allow relationships, allow love, allow the teachings that you're finding and drawing to you to open you up to possibilities, not to put them in a box, not to limit anything, but to open up to what is possible, what is the potential with everything that's happening in your life, because you are doing wonderfully. You are expanding, you are releasing when you need to release, and you're bringing in the energy of beauty and joy in your life. So continue on your path, continue to be the beautiful soul that you are, offering your heart, offering your joy and your laughter with others, and be that fun pea in the pod that everybody just wants to be in your energy. Just love yourself more. This is our message. Love yourself more. Honor yourself more for the beautiful light that you are. And we'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much, Terry. It all made so much sense, and the message I got earlier was to believe in myself.
Trust,
That's
believe,
what.
and have
That's
trust.
what. That's what. Yeah, that's the message I got. And I didn't know. I didn't know if it was for me or for all of us to just to believe in yourself.
It is for all of us, but it's also specifically for you to get into that energy more and have more love and more belief in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay, Miss Tanya Canoli.
Hello, how is everybody?
My darling, we're good. So how can we help you?
Well, do you have time, Terry, because you need to jump over and be with someone else?
I do need to be with someone else, but she just texted. She realizes that this session is still going. So I'll get there in just a minute after the angels give you a message.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you to everybody, and thank you to your next guest, Grace. I guess The one thing that's on my mind is whether or not I should move. But so that and just general. Please and thank you. And my name is Tanya.
All right, angels, what does Tanya need to know? For her best and highest good, they're so funny. They're always funny with you, though, Tanya. So what they showed me, these are like the big alphabet letters. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like big letters that are that kids use. They're learning the alphabet, kind of. So the letters they're showing is N-O, Tanya. N-O. And so let me see what they want to say about this message. Indeed, Tanya, we want to be very specific with our message, and that's why we spelled it out specifically, that this is not the time for you to make a move. This is the time for you to be exactly where you are, because that's where you're needed at the moment. You will be moving, but not at this time, at this point in time. And when it is time for you to move, you will know that very clearly in your heart. Just as we showed you the N and O, you will receive the YES. So at this time, we are encouraging you to listen to guidance, and we are feeling that ambivalence about, do I go, do I stay, and not knowing one way or another which would be best for you. We are assuring you it's in your best interest to stay put right now. And you do have free will. It's up to you if you want to listen to what we are sharing with you and take that to heart and really, really see how you resonate with it. You have the choice to go, you have the choice to stay. And either way, it will be what you live with when you make the choices. So just go inside, sit in your quiet time, and reflect on the words that are being said to you. That if you go now, it wouldn't be as beneficial as if you waited and go when you know that it's that time to move, when you know that it's time for you to leave this place that you are in, and where you go may not be where you think you will end up at. And we're just going to leave you with that message, because there's a lot involved. This is very complicated, as you know, and we're just feeling your energy surrounding it. And we want you to really feel into letting the perfect thing happen in your life. Because sometimes when there's an expectation of how something is supposed to look, just like as we gave Charlie the message, sometimes those puzzle pieces that we think are supposed to fit together may not fit together at all. It may be that you're forcing two puzzle pieces together, and when you separate them apart and you really look at them, you can see where the ones that do fit there are coming into play. So just take this message to heart and sit with it, mull over it, and see what comes up for you and how you resonate with it. And then you will make that perfect choice. We have every faith in you that you listen to your inner guidance. We know you do. So we're just going to leave you with this message, and know that whatever choice you make will be the one that is the one that you choose. And it'll be the one that you go down that path in a perfect way. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you very much. I guess I'm not moving apartments.
I don't think you are.
I think I'm like a couple of other people here. You need it right between the eyes, and it doesn't get any more bold than an NO.
And it was very specific. I want to thank all of you. Thank you all for being here tonight. I love you so much. And many, many, many blessings to you. I want to thank the angels. Thank every angel that came through, every message that came through. And we'll do this again in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Love and light to everybody. So great to see some
Love to
familiar faces.
everyone.
Love to all of you. I'm going to go meditate now.
Okay.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.